FM, Ilorin.
For the best of national, local, international news and sport, tune in to News Punch and Diamond 88.7 FM. News Punch, all about the news.
The time is 9 o'clock. A very good morning to you and thanks for staying with us on Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilori. This is a News Punch, a news and current affairs compilation of topical story headlines making the rounds. I'm your host on the Wednesday edition. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. You're welcome. And here are the headlines trending in the news today. Tinubu appeals for patience amid economic hardship. Tinubu convokes National Youth Confab. Tinubu confers GCON honor on Akpabio Kekiriekun. Nigeria at 64, federal government plans low-key celebration as Nigerian youths protest against hunger. Federal government hands over 2,000 CNG tricycles to Union. And still on Independence Day, Tinubu leads Shatima ordered top government officials to celebrate 64th anniversary. Kwara governor celebrates Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary, urges patience, unity. And on the Independence Day speech, PDP confirmed Tinubu's insensitivity. I beg your pardon, PDP says Independence Day speech confirmed Tinubu's insensitivity. Still on the 64th Independence Day celebration of Nigeria, Makinde expands small-scale loans, subsidizes transportation. And on the Fearless in October protest, Lagos CP provides snacks, water for protesters. And Adeleke of Osun State says Osun becoming model for others. Still on the local scene, I will swear with the Holy Quran, El Rufai denies corruption allegation. 18-year-old jailed for arson theft in Kwara. Moving on to the foreign scene, Kenyan legislature begins process to impeach deputy president. And presidential candidate slammed 12-year jail term in Tunisia. Still on the international scene, Iran fires missiles at Israel in new escalation. This attack will have consequences. Israel vows retaliation against Iran. Moving into the world of sport, Anthony Joshua drops 6 places in the latest World Boxing Organization rankings. And lastly, in the sport headlines, Man United win Bruno Fernandes' red card appeal, cleared to play. And those are the major headlines making the rounds in the news today. It was compiled and edited by Abiodun Akinwumi. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 091 29294332 or 090 7722 7120. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical stories making the rounds in the news. We have a discussion surrounding this, and then we also have you join us with your reactions on the program. Don't forget you can follow us by logging on to any of the Diamond FM online platforms, our website www.diamondfm.net, or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 87 FM and YouTube Diamond FM Ilori. Also ensure to follow our social media pages at Diamond FM, Diamond 887 FM. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. The Diamond Breakfast Show commences shortly. Do stay with us.
This is our promise. We made up our minds to do something new, something different, do more, do the impossible, do better, do big, do good, do it again and again and again. Do what no one else has done with radio. This is our promise at Diamond FM. Diamond 88.7 FM, shining supreme.
The major talking point in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead, and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Father, not kill us for Nigeria. Oh, please, help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can a government, how can you hold Indomine? This is intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice genuine democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DBS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorry, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Kwara. Good morning to you from wherever it is that you're listening to us from. You're tuned in and listening to Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is the Diamond Breakfast Show. This is where we discuss national issues, topical stories making the rounds in our country, Nigeria, and sometimes around the world. As long as it affects us as Nigerians and as a people, we bring it to the forefront. And then we have in-depth discussions right here in the studio, and also have you join us via our social media platforms and our phone lines as well. Welcome to the program. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. I'm your host on the Wednesday edition of the Diamond Breakfast Show. Welcome. And it is in order to say happy 64th independence to Nigeria. Nigeria is 64 years old, and we've come a long way as a people and as Nigerians. But are we where we expected to be at this point in time? Is this where we should be at 64? Well, we'll be having a discussion surrounding the speech of the president yesterday in celebration of the 64th independence of Nigeria. And then we'll also move on to a couple of other stories this morning as it affects us as a people. Social issues, national issues, we bring it to the fore. Don't forget you can join us via all our social media platforms at Diamond 887 FM on Facebook and Instagram, and at Diamond FM on YouTube. Diamond FM Ilori on YouTube. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch us live and drop your reactions via these platforms. We also have our phone lines. You can call in or send in your messages via this number 09136556864. That is the number to send in your SMS or WhatsApp messages to, and then you can call us on 09136556952. Joining me this morning on the program is a full-blooded Nigerian, a public affairs analyst, a social commentator, an engineer by profession. We have Engineer Jacobs Omotayo in the building. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. And I want to say good morning to Nigerians.
Good morning.
And thank God for a new day.
Thank God for a new day.
Because every day brings new hope.
New hope, and new hope, basically. All right, but I can't see the celebration mood on your face. We're supposed to be celebrating our 64th independence anniversary, but you don't look like you are celebrating.
The celebration came with mixed feelings anyway. Because you can't tell an hungry man not to cry. But we know we will get somewhere.
All right.
We are going there.
All right. We're hopeful, and that's it. That's the spirit. We should keep the hope alive as Nigerians. We have no other country, and that's what we're doing. Until the government listens to us, until they do the right thing, we will not stop talking. I remember that we've had people calling on this program say, hey, I don't even think the government, they're actually listening. They are hearing. I don't know if they're listening, but they can hear us. And we will not keep quiet until they hear and then listen and then take actions. All right. So talking about that, let's quickly move on to the first story of the day, which is the 64th Independence Day address by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where he stressed the urgent need for Nigeria to pursue bold reforms, warning that failure to act could lead to economic and societal collapse. And that is why this administration has taken that up as a government to ensure that these reforms are done so Nigeria does not collapse, that we have no choice but to do these reforms. He acknowledged the tough economic times caused by the reforms, such as the fuel subsidy removal, but reiterated that these measures are necessary for long-term stability. Tinubu also highlighted efforts to enhance security, promote agricultural growth, create youth employment programs, and so much more. However, he has called for resilience and patience from Nigerians with promises of better governance and local government reforms to improve the lives of ordinary Nigerians. Now, what do you make of this, the speech? You listened to the speech, I'm sure, and you also read some of the points that were listed out online by newspaper outlets and the like. So what is your take on the president's speech, and for the fact that he said there was a need to actually take these moves that the government is actually making at this point in time?
Well, no, like I said, thank you very much. Like I said, I received the president's message with mixed feelings. Mixed feelings because the president didn't consult with us before he removed the fuel subsidy, just by mere pronouncing it on the day of inauguration. And the president himself must have seen the untold hardship that statement brought upon Nigerians. That statement, for a layman like me, I would say that statement looks a bit unguided. I would also take us back memory lane that this sitting president was completely and unequivocally a friend and a partner in bringing APC to government. He played a very serious role in making former President Muhammadu Buhari the president of Nigeria. And he ruled us for 8 years. So every success and failure of that government rests squarely on the shoulder of our president now. Now, for the president to come and tell us that we should continue to have patience, even while people are dying of hunger, while people are experiencing starvation in the country where we have so much, that is not a good story to tell. If you are looking for people that are resilient in the world, if you see any country, if you see any citizen of the country that is more resilient than Nigeria, I think I've not seen it anywhere.
I don't think we have.
I've not seen that anywhere in the world.
If that's one of our greatest traits.
The way we are here, the way we have been able to to adapt to every terrible situation, going to cook with sawdust, eating almost nothing to bed, and still waking up the next morning, believing God for another good day, shows that I have not seen anywhere. So let's put that aside. Let's come to the specifics and talk about the failure of the past government. That government did not think of anything, did not think of how to engineer, how to empower Nigerians, how to engineer things, rather than borrowing money. The only avenue, that the only way out of the quagmire in governing Nigeria was to go to anywhere where they can find money, borrow, and lump it on us. The danger of borrowing is so serious and so severe to bringing our economy to where our economy is today. The Nigerian economy is on its knees because of debts here and there. You can't even imagine the kind of debt that some subnationals are having now on them. Ask me how much is some states in Nigeria owing. Even as buoyant as Rivers State is in Nigeria, they have gone elsewhere to borrow. Ask me how much is Kaduna owing. They've gone somewhere else to borrow. They've not borrowed from one part. They are borrowing in place. You remember what happened in Ogun State, where Ogun State government went to borrow money from China, from a Chinese corporation. And today, look at the embarrassment that has cost the nation. So, who is supervising who? Who is controlling who? Who is telling who what to do and what not to do? What is CBN doing? What was the CBN role in these borrowings? What was the CBN's role in this borrowing? And what exactly, where are we today? Video 36 have rolled out a lot of achievements and one or two things today. Let them tell us how much Nigeria is owing. How much are we owing Paris Club? How much are we owing the World Bank? How much are we owing IMF? How much are we owing China? Another countries.
All right.
So at the end of the day, you come out to tell us that this is what you have achieved. But I can tell you very specifically that President Bola Tinubu, it was part and parcel of the previous government, because he was the party leader. I don't know how they call it. I don't know what they named it, and the Ashiwaju or so. So he was very, very instrumental to how that government came to place and how that government was run. And now that he is there, he has inherited everything. He has inherited everything. And as he has inherited everything, there is no excuse for failure.
All right, but during his speech, the president mentioned some of the wins that this government has had, and you mentioned borrowing, and he said that they have reduced our debt level to 68% in the past 1 year.
Federal government own debt, not subnational debt.
All right.
So go ahead.
But we can't hold the government responsible for the subnational debt.
Government is government, my sister.
The federal government, I mean.
Governments, the subnational government, the national, they are all governments.
All right.
And now, they're supposed to work. Their work is supposed to be together.
They're supposed to work hand in hand.
Yes.
All right. And when one level of government fails, the others also
fail.
All right. All right. Now, still talking about this, the PDP, the People's Democratic Party, has reacted to the president's speech. They said they described the nationwide address by President Bola Tinubu as insensitive towards the plight and demands of Nigerians. The National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Honorable Debo Ologunagba, said this in a statement in Abuja. He said that the speech was disconnected from the struggles faced by Nigerians, that it did not address, it did not proffer solutions, it did not give methods or ways by which government would alleviate the poverty that is going on in the country that we're currently experiencing. He said, and I quote, he said, "It is indeed shocking that Mr. President's speech practically trivialized the very grave issues of pervasive economic hardship, unemployment, acute poverty, widespread hunger and starvation in our country, for which Nigerians took to the street in August this year, by claiming that about 10% of Nigerians have been plunged into hunger when confirmed reports show that over 100 million Nigerians can no longer afford their daily meals and other necessities of life under the APC's government. Now, let's take a look at this kick against the speech by the government. Is this a fair assessment of what is going on right now, or these criticisms are politically motivated?
Well, we all live in Nigeria. The Olugun Agba himself and some of these PDP individuals, they all live in Nigeria, and they know what is going on. They know how much it costs to get one or two things in the market. Unfortunately, I believe that PDP used to be a formidable party in Nigeria, but it seems they are losing out from that position. We have these issues bedeviling that party, because if you must stand as an opposition figure or party of a country, you must stand well. That party, unfortunately, is going down because of internal wranglings and crisis that has rocked that party so seriously. Because that party is supposed to be more formidable. They're supposed to be more, pushful. They're supposed to be there for us, but they are not there because of their situation. And unfortunately, for an institution like that should come to the fore to tell us where to go to be able to defend the democracy, because they have a role to play. Unfortunately, they are not being able to play that role very well because of the internal crisis in the party. And you must stand well to criticize well. So, unfortunately, so. Now, but let us come to the speech. I just believe that PDP should not only pick holes in what the president is saying because the president has delivered a speech. They are supposed to look at it on a daily basis, step by step. What is it that the government is doing? What is it that government did today? What is it that government is going to do tomorrow? And then this is how we see it. They're supposed to come out on a regular basis to tell us what exactly they feel about it, so that we would know that we have a formidable opposition party that is able to tail the government, to be able to whip them online. Because sometimes these people that are in government, they think they are doing the right thing, whereas they are doing the exact opposite of what they're supposed to be doing. So we didn't hear Labour say anything. We didn't hear Labour say anything. So they are not seeing themselves as a formidable opposition too.
All right.
So because there is you don't have a vehicle without a spare tire.
All right. Now, still talking about this, let's quickly move on to CISLAC, that is the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center. They have urged President Tinubu to take decisive action to address Nigeria's economic issues beyond just delivering speeches. They also mentioned, they also called for genuine dialogue with Nigerians, especially the youth. And one of the key points the president mentioned was that we were going to have a youth conference, a national youth conference in Nigeria. Remember that we have had confab back in was it 2012, and we're yet to still see the outcome of that. What are your expectations from this, from having a sit down with young people and then finding out how we can provide solutions to Nigeria's problem? Do you see this one that we intend to have as something that would give positive results?
We are as a people, rather than being proactive, sometimes we come out being reactive. Do you think that the president should talk because the youth are protesting, or because the youth are planning, to protest? Should the confab or the whatever they call
National
it,
Youth Conference
come up because the youth are talking, because the youth are complaining? I think it shouldn't be. The government should not wait for that. The government is just being reactive. I'm telling you.
So what other solutions
they are just being reactive.
What other solutions should be preferred to address the issues? Because these issues are eating deep into our economic system.
Doing the right thing is just the solution. Doing the right thing.
And what is the right thing?
They should stop playing games with us. They should stop playing games with us. We are tired of their games. We are tired of these antics. We are tired of these today we are doing, tomorrow we will do that. No, just stop talking.
Right.
Just do the thing.
All right.
Let me tell you, what pains me most of the time that when I listen to the president is that he has labored so much. This president had labored so much to be there. I know the kind of stress this president went through in the days of the military junta. We saw how they were running from pillar to post. We saw the way they raised Radio Kudrat, the way they were being witch hunted, the way they were, some of them were hunted down, and God saved some of these. Some of them, God saved them, and he's been able to transcend, become a governor, and then he gradually started picking the Southwest, and then he was able to have the Southwest as the party leader, and then through AC and the rest of them, and today they've gone national. And with all this, I believe that any president that has come this far should have his jotter and a biro to put those things he calls his blueprints, to put them down and to say, this is my roadmap to Nigerians' success and greatness. Okay, if you have that, you should bring that to us.
All right.
Let us see it. But I want to say this is not what he should have as his blueprint.
All right. Let's take some reactions, Engineer Jacobs. You can call us on 0913 655 6952. And let's not forget, the confab I was talking about was held in 2014. Hello, good morning. All right, please call back 0913 655 6952. Please, when you do call in, let's ensure that our comments are short and precise. Let's go straight to the point. And our comments should be civil enough. 0913 655 6952 or 08000 887 887. That is the number to call. You can also send us messages via SMS or WhatsApp 0913 655 6864. But please do not send epistles. All right. This one says, the only thing that brought problems to the Nigerian masses today was that phrase, subsidy is gone. On the 29th May 2023 by President Bola Tinubu, I beg your pardon, if the price of PMS comes down considerably, believe me, prices of things will come down favorably. That presidential speech yesterday didn't address the issues facing masses in any way. Let your guest give us a social media handle. That's Shegun John Oluide from Ilori. All right, we will get to that. He will give it out before we end the program today. 0913 655 6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, engineer.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. If you
your name, sir, and
my
where
name
you're
is
calling
Demi
from.
Asaju.
All right, good to have you, sir.
Now, if you get a wife for your son, and the wife now and the husband, your son now fails to treat the wife as expected, is it the father that is to be blamed? It is true that Tinubu worked very well to bring Buhari to government, but he was never involved in the government of Buhari. Okay. Which position was he given? Even that the party leader that he was given is not in the constitution. It's just a ceremonial. It's just a gift. I think now, if you want to know what power is, give your son power. See what is happening between Fubara and Wike. Wike brought Fubara to government, and see the position of Fubara now. Wike can no longer advise. So I don't think it is proper for us to say that Tinubu was fully involved in Buhari's administration. Right. Then again, subsidy has been removed before Tinubu came up. I agree with what your guest said, that that something was not properly managed. I think the president should have waited for some time, study the situation before he made that pronouncement. Okay. But when he made that pronouncement, everybody applauded it. But Nigerians, being what we were, we destroy the ambition. We cannot continue to spend more than our revenue. If all these steps he's taken now are not taken, what happened to Somalia will happen to Nigeria, and I don't.
May it not happen to Nigeria.
So let us end, because for him to consistently say we should be patient, I think he has something in focus, and I believe by the special grace of God, when the good comes, we shall all be beneficiaries of it.
All right, amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Yemi Ashaju. He says we should continue to be patient Nigerians and resilient people. 0913-655-695. So let's take one more call and then we go on a quick break. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Alhaji Tayo.
All right, Alhaji Tayo, go ahead.
I want to start from the opposition, the PDP, condemning the federal government all the time.
All right.
Then I draw of blessed memory. Did say that no any opposition will see anything good in an incumbent government. That is exactly what is happening.
Okay.
PDP cannot be coming out all the time criticizing the government. You have to see where they have done well and you praise them. Then where you see you have to consider yourself to a good opposition, not the one that will just be criticizing all the time.
All right.
Then on the issue of the you mentioned on that thing again just now.
The national conference, the National Youth Conference.
This National Youth Conference is needless. Because we have a Ministry of Youth and Sport or whatever. What have they brought on the table for the youth of this country? I believe that somebody somewhere must have written a proposal and maybe they want to compensate that. It's a way of trying to save more money. Because what's the result of the conference that you will do and it will not have any effect on the people? What the past conference we have done, the CONFAB, the Oracle report, what has come out of all these things today? Let the ministry come out with functional programs that will impact on the life of the youth, not necessarily a jamboree called the National Youth Conference. We don't need that now. Let the Minister of Youth and Development come up with a program that will enhance the life of the youth.
Thank you, Mr. Yemi Ashaju. Thank you so much for calling. All right. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking some of your reactions. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM Ilori. You can still send in messages via SMS or WhatsApp 0913-655-6864. Please stay with us.
Mai gida, yau ce ranar allurar mu ta yi wa kai fa. Mai gida, da wannan allurar dakatar da haihuwa babu fargaban ɗaukan ciki. Akwai hanyoyi 3 masu sauƙi na yi wa kai allurar. Na 1, zan bincini cinyata. Na 2, zan yi allurar a wurin da na bincini cinyata. Na 3, za mu iya jin daɗin kariya har na wata 3.
Anya ba zafi?
Yar ƙaramin allura ce mai gida.
Har kin yanzu nan da sauri haka?
Ai na faɗa maka mai gida.
Domin neman ƙarin bayani game da allurar yi wa kai, ku kira mu kyauta a kan layin Airtel idan aka danna 421 sannan 30 ko ku ziyarci shafin mu ta yanar gizo a discoveryourpower.org. Wannan sako ya zo muku ne da ƙungiyar lafiya ta iyali tare da haɗin gwiwar ma'aikatan lafiya ta tarayya.
Your one-step dial, Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Dìde kára ó lè. Dìde kára ó lè. Ó yá lé dànù orí fífọ́, lé dànù ara ríro, lé dànù òtútù ibà, lé dànù. For fast relief of cold pain, fever and headache. Dìde kára ó lè kókó.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹ̀fọ́rí òtútù ibà tara ríro kí wọ́n kán lùgbọ́ one time. Kára ó lè ti dé o. Àgbáwọlé ní tíṣẹ́ ni àkàwọlé ń tè kan. Koríko tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti tẹ òtún gbérí mọ́. Dìde kára ó lè lúbúlúbú funfun pẹ̀yìn ìrúkù sarajọ mẹ́ra yágágá. Àjàká kò tí sọkọ fún ẹ̀fọ́rí òtútù ibà tara ríro lágọ̀ọ́ ara. Káì! Kàsàkàsà knockout. Agbára ju agbára lọ. Dìde kára ó lè jagunla bí olùgbòǹgbò gàjàtọ̀ ara jà tó ketílẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlú rakẹ́gbà. To Yield Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe é gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe é. Bára rẹ̀ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Má ṣàfihàn o, kàn sí dókítà rẹ̀.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fún ìyóyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Máa fa ẹran itan mi, máa sì gá abẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Káde máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé èèyàn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi, abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gún kódà ó mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
Bó o bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàgún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fúngbà ní níyànjú fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ ẹ̀rìn èjì ó kan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí Airtel kó o dẹ̀ tẹ ọgbọ̀n tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org. Ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí Society for Family Health pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
Hello there. Looking for fun, laughter,
entertainment, dance, trend. Want to mingle or connect? Some relaxation and many more? Search no further. Diamond Amusement Park, located at Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilori, is where you get those. We've got pendulum, carousels, rocket launcher, roller coaster, Oculus Quest, swimming pool, table tennis, bumper car, swing, seesaw, horse merry-go-round, slides, lawn tennis, video games PS4, piggy cart, to mention few. Feel the adrenaline rush as I list our games. Want to celebrate your child's birthday, graduation, reunion, get together, or want to surprise your friend, partner, or family? Come visit Diamond Amusement Park today and you'll be glad you did. Refreshment is available at affordable rate. Gate fee is 500 naira. For further inquiry, call 080-2677-3152 or visit Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilori. Diamond Amusement Park, truly home of unlimited fun.
Welcome back from that short time out. If you're just tuned in and joining us, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM in Lorraine. Before we went on the break, we spoke about the Independence Day speech by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the reactions of the People's Democratic Party and CISLAC, the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, and the reactions of Nigerians as well about their expectations from the president and what was said yesterday during the speech. We're taking more reactions right here. We still have Engineer Jacobs or Motaya in the building. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Isa from Ilori.
All right, Mr. Isa, go ahead in a minute, please.
Yeah, my own contribution is like what they say is before 2020 election, we know what was happening. From the station, we were saying the inflation, how it was. How we were owing trillions of naira, something trillions of naira.
All right.
How the world economy was actually going bad. And then I was worried, whoever that will come onto this throne, what is he going to do? I was not expecting magic, definitely. I was not expecting, because even when your guy said the contestants, the opposition party, were not doing anything, of course, they might not do anything, because they themselves know that if they are the one that have won the election, probably it would have been even worse. So to me, as the president has said, and like somebody like Yemi Asaju has said, that let's be patient with the president. Let's hope and be patient with the president. Definitely one day, something better will happen. Thank you so much. That's my contribution.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution, Mr. Issa. But we keep hearing that Nigerians should be patient. Shouldn't there be a timeline? Shouldn't there be a time frame given to us that in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, this and that will happen? In the next 2 years, there will be changes in this sector and that sector, so that we can hold our government officials or the administration accountable. Oh, you said this was going to happen at this time. Why is it not happening? But telling Nigerians to be patient for how long? That is the question on the lips of Nigerians.
Well, from the one where subsidy was removed, he said we didn't have any serious blueprint on ground on how to go resolving the issue until people start to complain about the hardship and what it was bringing on them. The cost of goods and services rose, extraordinarily beyond what everybody can handle, except for those that are super rich, and even those that are rich also are feeling the pinch of the something. So although I want to say that there is nothing wrong in bringing policies that will make us tighten our belt, but what exactly do you have in place to make sure that it does not take us beyond what we can manage or measure? Now, talk about CNG. This government spoke so much about CNG. Do you have any CNG point in Ilorin? Have you seen any CNG conversion point in Ilorin? Okay. What is the government doing about, because I learned that the conversion cost is very high. So what is government doing about helping to reduce the rate at which conversion will be done? Now, where even if you have the conversion now, where do you think you can reload for CNG in Ilorin? Okay, if a state capital does not have a CNG point and does not have a CNG conversion point, then what are you talking about? 1 year and how many months now?
Down the line.
Yeah. So if you look at that, you say you put that on one side. Then you now talk about electricity.
All right.
That is somebody somewhere is sells ice block, produce ice blocks for sale. Somebody here sells something cold for people to drink. Somebody is somewhere preserving something from getting spoiled.
All right.
So there is no light to do that.
We now have light. I thought some people were those who are on the band A are begging for IBDC to take it down and take them off band A.
I'm not a fan of that band thing, because I've said it before that is apartheid in a way. I don't see any reason for band C, band 10, band A by band B. We are supposed to be on the same register. If somebody a welder somewhere should be able to work and earn a living from that. So that's how it's supposed to be. Now, let's leave that and come to lending rate and come to how much had been slammed on the people. Now, let's assume you want to go into production of one thing or the other, and you need the bank to assist you in raising the loan. You are going to be paying that at 27 point something percent. Which is on the very high side.
Right.
I don't see how you make profit, how you break even using that rate.
All right.
So, if government is saying anything, let the government match their statement with actions.
All right.
That's what we are saying.
All right. Let's take some reactions here. This one says, good morning. On the issue of what PDP said, that the government does not know what we're facing in the economy, I agree with them. I want us to know that there's a difference between there is no food in the country and the price of food is too high. What the president is working on is there is no food. He has not addressed the high cost of food that we got from him removing the fuel subsidy. And the citizens, to me, have not complained about the high cost of fuel to the president. For me, truly, apart from it being discussed on radio like this, how many organizations or associations had raised objections to the issue of subsidy removal? Your message is quite long, but thank you so much. Adebayo Ayodele from Aduralere. Good morning. By now, Nigerians ought to have seen the handwriting on the wall that this present administration can't solve any of our problems. We are just wobbling and falling. All the or we can see that the renewed hope now is not renewed hope. Ben Okoli from Taiwo. All right. Thank you so much, Ben Okoli, for your message. And the next one says, good morning. It's Jimo Jamiu. I think patience is one of the abused words among Nigerian politicians. Buhari told us to exercise patience for 8 years and things never got better. Tinubu is now continuing from where he stopped. You can't be telling us to be patient while you're enjoying and living in luxury. In a government where Space Research Agency is budgeting to build roads and distribute keke napep, things are not okay. All right, we still have a lot to talk about on this, but I think we should move on to the second story of the day. And this is about the former Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, who has stated that he is ready to swear by the Quran that he did not embezzle state funds during his tenure. This declaration came in response of the allegations of misappropriating 423 billion naira, which he strongly denied. El-Rufai argued that his entry into the public service was to serve and not for financial gain, and he emphasized his contentment with his prior wealth. He also criticized the probes targeting him and his allies, leaving the matter to divine judgment. Now, talking about divine judgment, let's quickly take a look at the role of religion in all of this. How appropriate is it for public officers to use religious oaths to assert their innocence in governance? Now, this is not the first time something like this is coming up. We also spoke about Bello Matawale last week. We talked about him swearing with the Quran that he had nothing to do with bandits in his state and all of that, and asking the incumbent governor to also come do the same. Now, what is the role of religion in all of this, and how do you think this is enough for them to prove their innocence in governance?
That's where we are. Unfortunately, religion have been so abused by our politicians. It's been so abused. You see, the issue of faith is personal. The issue of faith is personal. That I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. It is personal. I believe that the system that we operate also recognize those religions, and that by the time we are coming in to do swearing in, also they use it, they place their hand on it or raise it up or whichever way, or put it in a bag and hang it on their neck. That is fine, but we have a system that can try you if you are guilty.
If you are found wanted.
Or if you are, the court of competent jurisdiction would say you are right or you are wrong.
All right.
Let's leave the issue of religion to God. If Natural El-Rufai have anything, have skeleton in his cupboard, let him go and explain himself to the judge. Let him tell them in the court what he has done with Kaduna State people's money. You see, this coming, you can't, there's my father who used to tell me when I was growing up, he said you cannot hide under a finger. You cannot hide behind a finger. That finger cannot protect you. You know, so, you know, it happened sometimes in the Southwest that it was, some people were of the opinion that, this Bible and Quran will not help us quickly. You know, as somebody said, what do you intend? What do you think we can use? Let us use gun. Let us use machete. You know, gun that has been loaded. They will load the gun and put it down and say you cross it. That's the swear to oath. That one is very fast. That one will work quickly. It's not like God. You know, God takes time. You know, He takes His time. He said, maybe He will repent. Or maybe
very
He will not
patient.
Repent. He will repent. Maybe He will not repent. But in that area, that one will work quickly. Will work faster than before you know it. You will see going in his
All right,
sleep. So I just believe that they have abused that. They should not continue to tell us that I can swear by the Quran, I can swear by the Bible. No. If you have been accused of anything, you know, and you have done what is not right, what is unlawful, you should go. You
clear your name.
If you are embezzle money in a country like Saudi Arabia, you go by the sword now. It's not so you know how to steal money. Then you will face the music. That's as simple as that. The moment you are found guilty, that's why in Nigeria you see people carry, maybe people peddle on drugs and the rest of them. People carry drugs and they go to airport and they are caught. You will take them to court of law and then we keep talking, put something on their chest, and then we tell them that we have weighed the thing he ingested and he's so kg and so kg. If you do that in Saudi Arabia or some other countries of the world, you get your head removed from your head straight. So that is their judgment.
All right.
The one we have here, keep saying also Bible. They are not serious.
Let's take some reactions. Hello, good morning. All right, please call back on 913-655-6952 or 08000887887. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Abayomi from Iran.
All right, Abayomi, in 1 minute, please.
You see, when you see our governors in office, they always behave like semi-god. It is only somehow for El-Rufai to be playing emotional blackmail now. I don't succumb to that. It's only because of the way our system and our judiciary is. By now, I don't think there is any governor in Nigeria that should be freed immediately they left office. That's the simple truth.
All right.
But back to the first topic, because that's the main importance. You see, when you are good at taking bold decisions, you should be bold at making bold solutions too. Administrations don't have hands, don't have legs, but can sniff life out of any nation. I don't see reasons why you will come the first assignment without consulting the governor, consulting the NNPC, consulting anything. All you do is subsidy is gone. I will always say it. Buhari did not remove subsidy. He prepared it till June. Give you that benefit of that if you want to continue, you can continue after you might have appraised all the documents. But you came in and removed. Until today, you don't have meaningful solutions to it. The government don't have 10 years now. They have just 4 years. And we have used 1 year and 7 months. What else what patience do we still need? Where is the blueprint? You just came there and made bold decisions. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your reaction. 0913-655-6952. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be moving on to the third story of the day. If you're trying to call us and can't get through, please send us a message via SMS or WhatsApp 091-3655-6864. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show. Do not touch the dial.
Mai gida, yau ce ranar allurar mu ta yi wa kai fa. Mai gida, da wannan allurar dakatar da haihuwa babu fargaban ɗaukar ciki. Akwai hanyoyi 3 masu sauƙi na yi wa kai allurar. Na ɗaya, zan bincini cinyata. Na biyu, zan yi allurar a wurin da na bincini cinyata. Na uku, za mu iya jin daɗin kariya har na wata 3.
Anya ba zafi?
Yar ƙaramin allura ce mai gida.
Har kin yanzu nan da sauri haka?
Ai na faɗa maka mai gida.
Domin neman ƙarin bayani game da allurar yi wa kai, ku kira mu kyauta akan layin Airtel idan aka danna 421 sannan 30 ko ku ziyarci shafin mu ta yanar gizo a discoveryourpower.org. Wannan sako ya zo muku ne daga ƙungiyar lafiya ta iyali tare da haɗin gwiwar ma'aikatan lafiya ta tarayya.
Welcome back. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilori. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. I still have Engineer Jacob or Motayo in the building. And we're still having reactions, but let's quickly touch on this one, as it is also very important to our economy and to how things can be better for us as Nigerians. The government has said that imports, Nigerian petrol imports, has decreased by 3.58 billion litres in 2023 after the fuel subsidy was removed. The National Bureau of Statistics reported a 13.77% reduction in imports compared to 2022, with significant drops in the second half of 2023. The government links the decrease to the reduced consumption and a diversion of import. Despite the benefits, higher fuel prices have continued to worsen the living conditions of Nigerians. Now, let's talk about this. With the decline in the importation of fuel in Nigeria, what is the significance of this in the scheme of things? What is the significance of this? What is the impact that it has had on the average Nigerian?
Well, because we are an import-dependent country, you know, we most probably close to 100%. Is imported. Now, looking at our energy consumption, that is in the area of petrol, diesel, kerosene, and the rest of them. Most of these products were being imported from outside. The freight, the this, the that, is all is all being calculated in dollars. And now that Dangote had come to our rescue, I think the dependence on the imports of petrol has reduced. I get my point. Has reduced. Now that has reduced, the number of dollar that is pursuing that these individuals will need to import fuel, even NNPC that will need to import petrol or others to Nigeria, has been taken away by Dangote.
Refinery
into this. Now you can also know that now that Dangote has come, Dangote had put NNPC on their toes, telling them that all this while we know it's been is this game pain. They never wanted NNPC, they never wanted the refineries to work. They never wanted the refineries to work because those that are enjoying importation and enjoying subsidy whatever will never want to release us. They will never want to let us go.
All right.
So now that we are at the bottom one. Now that we are currently off their claws and hooks, I think the cost, the number of, the volume at which we pursued dollar for the purpose of bringing these things in had greatly reduced.
All right.
So what dollar we do now is for the very important things that Nigerians need, maybe food and other things, and as time goes on, with improvement in the area of agriculture, we may likely, stop the importation of some of these food items coming in. So what it means now is that we no longer require dollar to bring petrol. We no longer require dollar to bring in some other items.
Okay.
Since they are produced locally.
All right.
And you know that the government also said something that Dangote should not buy crude from NNPC in dollars.
In dollars.
So they are buying in naira. So naira is being strengthened.
Okay.
So
now,
that is the implication.
All right. Now talking about the refinery, Dangote refinery has started operations, but our Port Harcourt refinery that has been told, or that we have been told that will soon start operations, has missed several deadlines. We're still hopeful, and this is one of the things Nigerians are also looking forward to. That if Dangote also has competition, the prices of fuel will come down, and so many things will be better. Yeah. But we're still yet to have this refinery function in Nigeria, despite the deadlines and the dates that have been given to us.
The lack of those refineries not working is putting feeding bottle in the mouth of these thieves. So
some people are gaining from that.
Yes, Dangote refinery had removed the feeding bottle from their mouth. Dangote refinery with the capacity has the capacity to produce enough petrol.
All right.
For local consumption and even for export.
Okay.
So now that Dangote refinery is there, if they want their refinery to work, let it work. If they don't want it to work, let them leave it like that.
All right. Let's take reactions to this before we go on the program this morning. 091-3655-6952 or 0800887-887. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you very much. My name is Tolani from Masadam.
All right, Tolani. We don't have a lot of time. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Pertaining to this refinery, our government program on refinery is just like merely waste of time. Because it's just like a man abandoning his 4 wives at home, running after side chick outside, and believing the side chick can serve you better or give you more productivity. No, we have to change a lot of things about our system. Our system is bad, and it's getting collapsing day by day. This government can't help us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your reaction. We put the government there so that they can help us, and we really expect that they will. Yes, they will, and they have to help us. We can't do it ourselves. All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bamidele.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Yes,
in a minute.
I've not been lucky, but I want to tell you I'm the sign of your guest. When it comes to blaming President Tinubu for Buhari's emergence, which my good brother Asaju spoke about, give an analogy about a father marrying for the child and when the son is misbehaving. I think I go along with your guest.
Okay.
In the olden days, if father marries for the child and the son is misbehaving, they always send for the father, not the son, so that he can correct him.
Okay.
Tinubu supported Buhari so that he can emerge a president. And now, if Tinubu wants to do any address, he should address fuel and agriculture. That would be better. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Bamidele, and to everyone who called in on the program today. We don't have a lot of time. How time flies. But we really do hope that something is done pretty soon to alleviate the suffering of Nigerians. What we're saying does not even represent what is going on the streets of Nigeria, what people are experiencing right now. And we really do hope that something is done real good. Thank you so much, Engineer Jacob Tomotayo, for coming on the program this morning. Thank you to those who called in and sent in messages. We really do appreciate you. This is where we call it a wrap on the program this morning. Do ensure you join us same time tomorrow at 9 a.m. In the meantime, Bawadasi is coming up at 10 a.m. You don't want to miss that program. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. Have a lovely rest of the day. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or coulda. I remember back when I was low as a rug.